but you know, you'll still hear me.
That's fine.
People
Well,
want to see.
welcome everybody. I'm here with Big Jeff and Brad Dassey. Want to get his thoughts on this bombshell that just got dropped
Boom.
the other day.
I love that word bombshell because that's all the news people use that. It's like bombshells.
No.
That reminds me of Nancy Disgrace.
For for the people that actually have taken their time to research this case and everything, it is a
Yeah.
bombshell, 100%, because it conflicts on
Boom.
so many different things.
Yes, it does. Holy cow.
Brad, can you just
I,
show your face for 1 second? Because I think people might be afraid that it's actually Calf disguising her voice.
no,
There we
it's
go.
me. It's me. Hello. I just don't like holding my phone because it's too much work. Anyway, welcome. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
great. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. So
Well, we've been researching this case for a while, and I just want to start this interview. I just wanted to say that your brother Brendan got the screw job of all times. And there's a
Yeah.
bunch of research on this channel and other channels, and we are relentless, and we are not going to stop until that completely innocent man is out of jail.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I want to tell you, okay, I just want to tell you this new shit that just came. Can I swear on this thing or no?
say whatever you want.
Yeah. Fuck you! Okay, so I want to just tell you what happened about 20 minutes ago. The fucking Manitowoc sheriff called me and said, "Oh, you're saying all this stuff about Barb and Scott on the internet and blah, blah, blah. I just want to get your side of the story." So the fucking sheriff called and I said, "I haven't said anything untruthful. I said, I'm protected under the First Amendment." The cop agreed. He said he was just calling me because he got direct threats. And I said, I never talked to that girl. I said, I blocked her the other day when I shared Kathleen Zellner's stuff on my Twitter. The bitch has the audacity to fucking text me at 4 a.m. saying, "Oh, if you believe that shit, you're stupid." Okay, well, I'm not going to let you fucking talk to me like this ever again. Literally, you have been nothing but a verbal bitch your whole life. Like, when I was a kid, I would lock myself in my mom's car because I didn't want to go see my dad because of that bitch. She's verbally abusive and she's nothing but a pathological narcissistic liar. I'm sorry, but I am not going to be silenced forever. Every time I went on the news publicly, positively, never talked about her ass. I talked about Brendan and how an innocent child he was and how we grew up together and stuff. That pissed her off when I was on the news. Every time she'd call my dad, "You better tell Brad not to go on the news ever again," and blah, blah, blah. Why? Huh. That's really fucking odd. I never knew why she had that feeling to tell my dad, but she always had a channel through him because she wanted to start all this drama with us and break us up as a fucking father-son relationship. She's tried so many times.
Yeah.
Even when I got that wrestler up there, I tried getting a private wrestler to go see Brendan in the Green Bay Correctional. You know what she did? She lied to my fucking dad and said that I had Brendan moved from Green Bay to Portage because of that wrestler. Well, you know what? I have recorded evidence and a fucking recorded voicemail from the warden of Green Bay that says he wasn't moved because of the wrestler. It was because people were threatening Brendan's life because he was getting all this attention and presents and shit in the fucking mail.
All right. Well,
And people were threatening to kill him.
I want to take this back to like when this first happened.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did the investigators ever come and talk to you?
Well,
2005.
okay. No, they didn't come talk to me. I called them to talk to them. You know why? Because Barb was lying about shit about her computer.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we were on our way to go. I visited Brendan in Manitowoc, and I snuck my phone out and took pictures of him and my dad. The pictures you see of him and my dad behind the green fucking glass and all this shit and the phone and things, I took those. I snuck those photos on my own phone. So all this time, Barb says I never fucking loved and cared about my brother. I did. I didn't care what happened. I snuck my phone out and got a picture of my dad and Brendan behind the fucking glass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. What if they saw me on camera? Well, whatever. Anyway, he got moved from Manitowoc to Sheboygan Correctional Juvenile Detention Center way back in 2006. All right. We were on our way to go see him. And I was with Barb. I believe, from what I remember vaguely, I believe Barb was in the passenger seat and my dad was driving us in some black fucking truck. I believe it was a black pickup truck. It only had seats for 4 people. Mm-hmm. So in the back, yeah, it was some black truck. Anyway, so what I remember back then was Barb was saying that she had somebody fix her computer, quote, fix her computer because it wasn't working correctly, blah, blah, blah. Then she said, well, Brad, I want you to look at my computer because I can't get on the internet. Okay, cool. Well, it sounds like somebody might have factory set your computer back to, whatever. And is this live right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right. So anyway, she said somebody fixed my computer and I can't get online. I want you to look at the computer sometime. Will you do that? And I offered. I'm a giving and helpful guy. I said, yeah, right away. I said, yeah, I'll help you out. Okay, cool. And which never happened, by the way. It was just up in the clouds. I think she was just trying to butter me up and trying to just start a conversation. But then she asked what I call the bombshell question. Oh, if somebody erases your computer, is everything really gone? And I'm like, huh. It didn't dawn on me right away. It took me probably 12 or 14 hours to contemplate, well, should I go to the police with this question? Because this is kind of fucking strange. I've been fixing computers for over 20 years.
Are we talking about 2006 here, or are we talking about 2017?
2006. This is 2006 when the conversation happened to my face from her directly. So she said, okay, well, I have a question. If somebody erases your computer, is everything really gone? And I told her the truth. I said, no, you physically can't see it, because what happens is if you erase your hard drive and you install Windows again, you physically can't see anything. You need a special program to recover the stuff, but the stuff is still there. You just can't see it because it's kind of washed behind the scenes with the new master boot record, and everything is still there, though.
All its formatting does is deletes the file allocation table and the files.
Well, yeah, that's it. The stuff is still there. You can use recovery software and get it back. I've done it for plenty of customers I've had in the past. They've been happy because their friend or neighbor accidentally formatted the computer and lost all their family photos, which that's the only time anyone's ever asked me that kind of weird question. Oh, is everything really gone? I'd really like to get some stuff back. They're not saying, is this stuff really gone, because they're potentially trying to hide evidence. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was weird. The next day I called the detectives, which is the same assholes that fucking put Brendan away. So anyway, I talked to them and I said, hey, I got this weird question. I don't know if it means anything. Could be she's hiding evidence. Never know. I want to tell you what I know. Blah, blah. Anyway, I never even told my dad about it because I thought it would get back to her and then she'd be like freaking out and then getting all pissed off. And I have so much fucking drama in my life as it is. People think I'm famous and I'm making all this money and I have such a great life and I'm living in a mansion. Fuck no. Dude, I'm broke as fuck, living in government housing and low income. That's my life. I'm a single dad. I'm a hard motherfucking worker. I am put through a lot of stress. Mm-hmm. So I want people to know that I'm not living some high life and I'm cool and famous. And I don't even like to use the word famous because I'm not doing this for fame. Mm-hmm. I'm doing it for truth. I'm doing it for fucking truth, regardless if it's against her ass, if she knows stuff, or anybody. Mm-hmm. Bobby, Scott, And so, yeah. So anyway, that computer thing, and they took my statement, blah, blah, blah. Then 2017 rolled around. Kathleen Zellner calls me, but she didn't call me directly. She had one of her associates
She
call.
has to do that because if she's
Yeah.
finding the information, she can't testify if she's the attorney. That's why she has her investigators do all the work for her.
Yeah,
Was
so
the
she
guy
had some
Kirby?
guy, I think
Kirby?
some guy,
Kirby?
yeah, Kirby. Yeah, Kirby. It was Kirby. Yep. I remember the name clearly. I haven't heard from him in a while, but so Kirby calls and I was suspicious and I emailed her and I said, "Did you have this guy call?" And she said, "Yeah, blah blah." And then I said, "Okay, cool. I'll tell him what I know." So they interviewed me about the statement I gave in 2016, or no, 2006 rather. Sorry. People thought I came out in 2016 and finally revealed the information and withheld it all these years and finally just came out, which I didn't. As soon as I knew, like hours within, I called the cops and told them. I didn't hold it for all these years and then finally say something.
Mm-hmm.
But I never even told my dad and all this, and I forgot about it until she finally brought it up, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" "Oh, okay, yeah." And then she showed me the statement. She got it from the police and everything, and I'm like, "Yeah, I remember that." And
Including
so,
her affidavit in her recent filing. So that, I mean,
yeah, she
not
used
not
my statement. She used one of my statements. I had to legally sign it and everything, and some guy came to my work, and then I legally signed it and everything, and testified that it was true and all this and that and whatever. They wrote up based on what that was, based on what I said back then. They wrote up kind of their own thing, and then I signed it to say it was accurate and true.
Mm-hmm.
So then she used it in one of her recent court things a couple of years ago.
yeah.
So, anyway,
What can we ask you some questions?
oh, go ahead.
Yeah. What's your relationship like with your other brothers? In particular, well, can we
Okay.
start with Brian? Can we start with Brian?
Okay, Brian, I don't talk to him. I tried reaching out a
Did you
couple times
did
in
you
the
back then?
past.
Did you back then?
Back then, no, I don't know. He was kind of like the punk in the family. He's kind of more like the bully type guy. But not, just fun family shit. Not like, not trying to really punch me in the face and like hurt me.
Roughhousing.
Well, the
He
reason
just, yeah, roughhousing, and he just acted like an older, tougher brother and just kind of had dominance over everyone.
Mm-hmm.
the reason I ask is because there's a story that Bobby told Brian that he saw Teresa Hallback leave the salvage yard, and I was curious if he ever relayed that to you independently,
Nope.
or whether indeed you. Okay. What about? Did you ever hear that from Bobby?
No, I never heard. I don't talk to Bobby. The last time I saw him and hugged him was at my uncle's funeral when my uncle Pat passed away. Saw him at the funeral. They played one of my songs I actually made for my uncle at the funeral. That was kind of cool. But he came up to me, gave me a hug, and that was it. It was like a 30-second, "Hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Give me a hug." And then I haven't talked to him since. He's kind of shy and dormant on the social media. Don't have his number. I can't find him on Twitter and Facebook. I've tried, but I don't have any information. Haven't talked to him for years. The only people I keep in contact with are my brother Brendan through a special prison app called Core Links. Core Links is a special correctional link app that you can email back and forth, but you have to have set up through the inmate in prison, and he has to approve it and initiate the whole thing, and I have to pay for it. I pay for my emails directly to him, and he pays for his emails to me, and it's 10 cents per email. It used to be 5, but a year ago they changed it to 10 cents now. But it's not like I can just say, well, his email is brendandassey@gmail.com. Now everybody go nuts. Everybody thinks that.
Yeah.
No, he has
It's
to approve
secure.
it. I think he can have so many people on there, but I email him and he emails me like a generic. I think, a copy and paste thing that he pastes to everybody. Oh, these are the shows I watched this week, and these are the songs I downloaded, and blah, blah, and what do you think of all this? And he'll add personal stuff. Like, the kid is sharp. Like, he remembered my kids' birthdays. I don't know how. We never talk about birthdays, but he must have either written it down somewhere, because we only talked about it like once, and then that was it. And then he just surprisingly knew, oh, tell Natalie happy birthday and tell your son happy birthday. And I'm like, holy fuck, this is cool.
Yeah, it's good when people remember.
I talked to him, and occasionally I talk to Blaine. Blaine has been trying to write some music about getting his feelings out. He wants to be a rapper. I've taught him some skills on how to become one, and he hasn't really talked to me lately. I sent him some voice messages today. It looks like he looked at them, but he never messaged back. I said the sheriff called me, and I said, I know you're not really on terms with your mom, and that's cool. You really shouldn't stick up for her anymore. I think she's a pathological narcissist. She doesn't fucking love anybody but herself. And the reason I say that is because she's proved that time and again over all these years. She's had how many marriages? She's cheated on how many fucking husbands?
I mean, we all have our flaws, but hasn't she been down to see Brendan just about every weekend?
No, not every weekend. My dad says she's missed a lot of visitations. My dad is the only fucking man who's ever religiously been down there every week, all the time. She's made excuses to not get down there, in which it's snowing out. Oh, it's this. Oh, blah, blah, blah. If you're a really fucking loving mother, you would go 30 miles an hour in a snowstorm and still fucking make it, bitch.
I feel your pain, brother. I feel your pain.
I'm sorry, but she's planted so many rumors about me that I don't love my brother. I never have. I'm collecting money behind the scenes. Her and Carla, Scott Toddick and Chuck Avery called me in the past with blocked phone numbers, private numbers. You do *67 and call someone's number, you can call them private. Well, it's fucking odd that these assholes are calling me from private numbers in the first place, because I'm an audio guy. I know your voice. Oh, is this Chuck? Is this Chuck? You don't need to know who this is. Don't be going on the news. Don't be doing this. Okay, why the fuck are you calling me, and why are you not telling me who you are? That's just kind of weird and creepy as fuck. She's had Scott call me, her husband. She's also had Chuck Avery call me a couple times too. Blocked phone numbers. Oh, they know all about blocked phone numbers. *67.
Do you believe that the people
Bobby?
in the yard, not any one of them, no, just in general, the people that live there, including your grandparents, at the time especially, were probably getting threats from the police to not say what they know, to not expose this massive frame job that was perpetrated on your brother Brendan?
Okay, when you say grandparents, I just want to stop you right there.
Yeah,
I want to clarify.
I apologize.
No, I want to No, that's fine. I get this all the time, and I just want to set everybody straight. I'm an only child between my biological mom, Teresa. Her name happens to be Teresa. I know, just like Teresa Halbach. Whatever, it's coincidental. My mom, Teresa, got together with my dad, Pete. They've had me. I'm an only child. I'm the oldest of all the Dassey boys. I was the first, the number one son, whatever. And they were together 9 years, and shit just never worked out. So they never married. They just, whatever. But anyway, then Barb got together with my dad, Pete, and had Blaine and Brian and Bobby and Brendan. So they're all my half brothers through the marriage. I'm related. I'm not related to Barb. I was when she was married to my dad. She was just my stepmom. Yeah. But I'm not related to Barb now. I'm not related to the Averys. Steve Avery is not my uncle, which I get 5,000 messages a day. oh, I'm so sorry about your brother and your uncle. He's not my uncle. I don't know him. I never hung around him. Don't know nothing about him. Do I think he's guilty? No, I don't. Okay, cool. He was portrayed a bad man in the first fucking thing, and they proved otherwise and said no through physical evidence, through pubic hair. And so Manitowoc is fucking corrupt. But do I believe the man is guilty? No, I don't think so. Anyway, he's not a relation to me.
Right.
I just have half brothers. That's it.
Do you believe in their corruption?
I do. I do believe in the corruption simply because I lived in Manitowoc for 20 years. I know how the police are there. They pretty much they snoop around until they find shit, and if they don't have a solid story, they just kind of make shit up just so they get good recognition for it. I've heard this not on my personal expense, but people I've went to high school with, they said the cops kind of go fucking snooping around there, and they do whatever they can to get recognition and seem like the hero, whatever it is, even if it's fucking lying bullshit.
So do you believe that they, as part of their corruption, one thing that they do is they sort of hold things over people's heads, and they find the stuff that they snoop out and say, we know this about you. Everybody's got skeletons in their closet, right?
And blah blah. Yeah, they make up whatever they can. As far as fat fucking hairy sweaty Kratz going on the TV and showing his fucking ass on there. It was pretty much guilty until proven innocent with that son of a bitch. Oh, yeah. They should have never. Oh, this is graphic detail. If there's any kids listening to this news broadcast, turn it off now. So Brendan did this and he did that, and Steven congratulated him and blah blah blah, and I'm a sweaty motherfucker who sexts my fucking clients and tries to get in their pants even though I claim to be a good guy, and fuck Kratz. I'm sorry, but fuck Kratz to hell.
I agree with you 100%. But what are your thoughts on this affidavit that was just signed by the paper boy?
All right, I'll tell you what I know. I posted something on Facebook a couple days ago. I can't post anything now. I'm in Facebook jail because I called Barb a bitch, and apparently that's bullying. So Facebook scolded me, and I'm in Facebook jail for 24 hours. I think I got 8 hours left, and I feel so terrible, and I'm just kidding. I don't feel terrible at all. She really is a fucking bitch. But anyway, I'm not holding back. I think some people, maybe her or Scott, probably fucking reported my posts. And then, because it was on there for like a good day and a half until this shit finally came out and Facebook said, oh, your account is restricted and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then it said why. And then it showed me the post, said Barb's name and bitch in there. And I'm okay, whatever. So I can't even like anything. I can't even fucking like a post. I call Facebook fake book because it is fake. Yep. Them fuckers, honestly, they don't care about nothing. It's all censored shit. Yep. I didn't use her last name, but the thing is, yeah, I contested it and said I lawfully said shit under the First Amendment. Oh, well, your shit goes against our community standards and you broke our policy, so now you're in Facebook jail for 24 hours. Whatever. Fuck you too then. So anyway, the thing is, yeah, I honestly think Bobby did probably have an involvement. Just because I think he's been so secretive all these years. He hasn't been social on social media claiming his innocence and shit. And Kathleen Zellner, I'm honored that Kathleen Zellner told me what happened before she even went public. She told me all the fucking story about him and everything before she officially went public with the whole thing. So I think I'm one of the first people to ever know about it.
Are you back? This is back in 2017?
17, yeah. 17 when she was interviewing me about the computer thing.
I mean, if you set yourself back to 2005, You know that
Yeah.
that you knew then as your half brother Bobby. Do you honestly think that he is a person who would have been capable of this, and why?
Okay, let me back you up because I never had any inkling about Bobby in the past. Okay, so another thing people were coming at me for is because I thought Brendan was guilty and he probably did it with Steve, and I think Steve maybe held a gun to his head and made him do this shit if it happened. All right, if it really fucking happened and if they were the ones. And back then, I went on the news and somebody gave me fucking hell for this, and they thought I was nothing but a piece of shit and whatever. Well, okay. Well, I was in shock for one. This shit was happening so fast, you didn't even know what to believe. You didn't know if you were coming and going. Okay, so I talked to the news and said, oh, what I hear about Steve Avery and how violent and how much of a bad man he is, it's a possibility that if it happened, I believe that Brendan was forced into it if it fucking happened. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, so I believe my brother was guilty the whole time, and oh, I never loved my brother, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, I agree. I agree with, yeah, I thought he was guilty. Did I know everything? I didn't know nothing back then.
Well, I'm asking you to look back. Yeah, look back, and knowing what you know now.
So back then, no, I didn't have any notion about Bobby at all because we were all focusing on Brendan and Steven.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I never knew anything. I never implicated Bobby until 2017.
Well, I guess what I'm asking you though, Brad, is looking back, do you see anything about the way he behaved?
So hypothetically speaking, what I know now today,
yes.
no, I don't know. I don't think so. But that's unfair for me to say because I really never knew Bobby too much.
Okay. That's fair. That's a very fair answer. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't say yes or no. I'm sorry.
No, nor should you. But it's if there was something that was suspicious about his behavior, we heard he was hitting Brendan in the head around the time of the crime. You know that from the jail calls.
No, I honestly don't know of any personal abuse or anything that was going on, so I can't. I only hung out there on holidays and birthdays and things and Christmas and whatever. And all I know is Brendan was quiet. He was kind of the type of guy. He's not the life of the party. He's not going to just introduce himself in a crowd of 20 people. He's more or less tail tucked between his legs in the corner, kind of like keeping quiet to himself kind of person.
Have you talked to him about the case at all?
No, I haven't talked to him about the case at all, simply because I don't know for sure if the Core Links is, obviously the Core Links is monitoring all that shit. And I don't know if they're going to take and twist my words or his words or, I might have asked him a question here or there, but he indirectly answers me because I don't think he really wants to talk about it. I think he just wants to, be positive and, oh, I watched this on the TV and I watched this movie and, oh, the jail is allowing these movies to come out this week and blah, blah, whatever, pretty much. So I think he shies away from it because he might be just kind of angry inside that this whole thing happened. But I think he's angry for a good reason because he didn't do any of this. So he just doesn't want to talk about it.
Understandable. Well, I want to thank you for doing this. You got any more questions?
Yeah, I do have a couple more if you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind at all. I just want to let you know that I am a rap artist and I did make a couple support songs for my brother, and I just want to clear the air that I'm not making money on anything that I do for my brother. I do care about him. Back then I wasn't talking as vocally as I am now because it was like being thrown in a lake naked full of piranhas. And it was like anytime I ever came publicly about, oh, my brother's innocent because of this, and everybody attacked me. And I felt so attacked and just shoved in the corner. I'm like, well, I better just shut the fuck up because, I don't have anything to really support what I'm saying. So I was in the shadows, And yeah, it doesn't mean I didn't love my brother and didn't care. I still wrote him letters and I still tried seeing him.
Mm-hmm.
But the rumors that have been plastered out there that I've never loved my brother, I'm famous, I'm trying to gain fame for my own sake and money and all this, that's all fucking bullshit.
Well,
I made a
there's a
support
lot of
song.
there's a lot of sick people out in social media. So
There is. And I made a support song in 2016. It was inspired by somebody that said, "Hey, Brendan wrote a really nice letter to the judge. You should write a song about it." And I'm like, well, it's kind of hard to write a song that's somebody else, somebody else's words. So I'm just going to write something from scratch. And I did. In 12 hours, I had the whole song from start to finish done. I didn't even take a break. I continuously worked on it till it was done. The song called They Didn't Do It. And I firmly believe they didn't do it. And so it's on YouTube. It's free to download. I'm not collecting money on it. It's always going to be free. If I cared about my fame and fortune, I would be writing songs every week. But 4 years later, in 2020, I came up with a follow-up song called Taken Too Long.
Mm-hmm.
Taken Too Long is also free, and that's the second song I wrote. I'm actually writing a third song about my childhood and how much Barb could have been there for us kids and how much she should have really been there for Brendan this whole time. 4 interviews and never there. If that was my kid and I was a parent and my kid was innocent, I'd be fucking smashing windows and glass till I got in the room to talk to them. Oh, they never let me in the rooms. They never let me do this. They never let me do that. It's all fucking lies.
Oh.
So I'm writing a new song. I just started actually today, fresh, called Could Have Been There. It's going to be about Barb, of course. You'll figure it out anyway.
So we have your permission to use those songs as intros and outros?
Yes, you can. If you want instrumentals, I can send you the instrumentals. If you want to use them as music beds, just send me a private message with your email and I'll send you the instrumentals.
I think so. One more question about this guy, Sawinski. You said in an interview, I can't remember which paper it was in, but you said one of your cousins knows this guy.
Yeah. So one of my cousins, his name I'm not going to reveal.
That's fine.
But anyway, a cousin that was a manager at the Herald Times Reporter who was managing this guy at the time, who is delivering papers, said he's a truthful man. He has no reason to lie about this. He was managing this person at the time, Tom. And so he said that he knows him personally and he would definitely never lie about something like this. I would definitely believe some random stranger I don't know versus some woman who has a history of pathologically lying forever and sneaking around and shit. There's no fucking credible statement that Barb has ever said once, ever.
But you don't know personally this guy Sawinski, Tom Sawinski?
I don't know him personally, no. I just know him through a cousin that actually was a manager at the Herald Times Reporter who does know him personally, and he says he has no reason to ever lie about this. But the guy, there's speculation that the guy just came out now saying this. He actually came out in 2005 or 6 to give the statement that this happened. It's not like he waited all these years and finally came out.
Yeah, he
said came back way back when he physically witnessed Bobby shirtless pushing the vehicle down the road with some other older man with a long gray beard, and he was shirtless at the time, so it's probably, maybe summer. I don't know.
No, it was November.
Anyway, I don't know why the fuck anybody would be shirtless, and I don't know who this guy is. Everybody keeps asking me, do you know who it was? I'm like, no, I don't know who it is. It's this maybe Kevin Hansen that's been mentioned. I don't know who Kevin Hansen is. I don't know him personally, but if it did happen, I mean, I would believe some random guy that delivers papers and knows the route and knows the people, because I used to be a delivery guy. You kind of get to know your people that you're delivering to because they either give you tips or they give you a Christmas card or they kind of know you on a personal level. It's not some random guy forever delivering papers and you never meet him. So right. I think, he knew what he was talking about. He knew who he saw. I believe it's true. And the computer bullshit back then, her trying to hide it, I think that all adds up. Everything is going to come to bite her in the fucking ass pretty soon. And she better be ready for it.
Well, a quick story that I think you'll be interested in is there's a YouTuber by the name of Paul Capaldi who was in contact with our good friend Ken Kratz. And Ken said, you can ask me one question about the case. And the question that Paul put to him was, if you had all this forensic evidence on the computer against Brendan, why didn't you use it in the trial? He never answered it, and that was the end of the communication between Paul and Ken. Mm-hmm. So there you go. There you go.
Paul Capaldi has correspondence with a lot of these investigators.
Yeah, because he's a nice guy, unlike me and you, Bill.
Yeah, but
I want to tell the world, if you're going to be screenshotting bullshit that fucking family is saying and people that are against me are saying, don't send it to me. I don't even fucking care what they say. I'm coming against them, and everything I say is truthful stuff. I have no reason to lie and get myself in trouble for shit that I don't believe is true or never was said. So people can send me all these fucking screenshots of trolls all they want. Mm-hmm. I don't care about it. I'm not going to look at it. I don't care what the fuck. Barb can swear on 1,000,000 fucking Bibles. She can swear on 1,000,000 fucking gravestones and all her kids' lives. And she can say whatever the hell she wants to try to make everybody a believer, but she's never going to fucking make a believer out of me.
Fair enough.
Well, maybe we can all come together in that Brendan is 100% innocent.
Absolutely is.
It doesn't help us to attack anybody on this channel. You know what I mean?
No.
You've been probably shit on a lot more than you should have, but
I have been.
And I'm sorry for that. But we
it's okay.
need
It's not your fault.
We need to come back. We need to come together for Brendan and whatever for some definition of together anyway.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
She was pissed that I was even at the rally. The one time when I was there at the rally and I was there with my dad, because my dad invited me and said, hey, you should come down here. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Well, she's like, you better not record any videos because Brendan's going to know about it and he's not going to like it. Okay, well, my dad's like, fuck you, bitch. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can record as many videos whenever I want. If I want to fucking do it, you're not going to control me. So anyway, she was all getting up in my face and shit. And I'm like, hey, we're here for the same fucking reason, bitch. You want to sit there and come at me for no reason and do all this shit, go for it. We got into a heated argument there. Everybody was breaking us up and shit. I said, I kept my cool, and I said, hey, we're here for the same reason. I'm doing nothing wrong, but I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. You're not going to control my intentions.
So what do you think, Billy, about maybe going out, listening to Brad's instrumental?
Well, there's a song called They Didn't Do It. It's not an instrumental. I got lyrics to it, but if you need.
Well, let's play it. Why don't we play it for the way out?
Okay, cool.
It'd be a great tribute to Brendan.
Yeah, this I firmly believe, and I spent 12 hours straight on this song.
Well, I'm sure Brad has faster access to it than me.
Oh well, here. Let me go ahead and just send you a link.
Thank you very much for your time, man. We know that time's the most precious thing you have in your life, and thanks for spending a little bit with us.
Oh, absolutely. Are you gonna listen to it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, play it. We'll play it on the way out. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and send you a link. So the 414 number is yours, Millie?
Yeah, I got it.
Billy?
I think I just found it.
Oh, okay, yeah. You just type in They Didn't Do It. It's right there. It says official video or whatever. I just sent you a link to your text.
Here we go.
Yeah, injustice slammed in the face of two innocent people. They didn't do it, they didn't do it. No, come to your senses, everything is just foolish. Things clearly show that it was just a joke. Cops were only there just to prod and poke. Not a fair trial, not a fair game. Whole thing's whack, just a lying shame. Innocent girl, just gone missing. Puzzle is broken people upset, just a bad bet. He's suspicious, she's suspicious. Everybody think these two just did it. Killed the girl, such a whirlwind, got the whole world talking trash. Just stick to the facts, leave alone Mr. Kratz. Dude's trying to run, trying to hide. Random Minnesota, give the guy a soda. Just trying to live his life while you gotta talk smack. They didn't do it, they didn't do it, no. Come to your senses, everything is just foolish. Things clearly showed that it was just a joke. Cops were only there just to prod and poke. Not a fair trial, not a fair game. Whole thing's whack, just a lying shame. Innocent girl, just gone missing. Puzzle is broken, people upset, just a bad bet. Torn apart from the start, across the bay, nothing but blood and hate. They never did lay or shed the blood, they say. Everything's just a shame in their evil game. Locked in a cage, they lied to their face. Injustice, such a disgrace. Got to their brains, twisted their claims. Everything's just a sham. Lock, boom, bam, gone. They didn't do it, they didn't do it, no. Come to your senses, everything is just foolish. Things clearly showed that it was just a joke. Cops were only there just to prod and poke. Not a fair trial, not a fair game. Whole thing's whack, just a lying shame. Innocent girl, just gone missing. Puzzle is broken, people upset, just a bad bet. Every day I wake, alone I break. For my brother, for his mother. Every family, kid's just innocent. Was only 16, time to set him free. He's not guilty, there's no way in hell. Corruption made him fall, lose it all. Friends, life, and family, time to come together. Who's with me? Who's with me? They didn't do it, they didn't do it, no. Come to your senses, everything is just foolish. Things clearly showed that it was just a joke. Cops were only there just to prod and poke. Not a fair trial, not a fair game. Whole thing's whack, just a lying shame. Innocent girl, just gone missing. Puzzle is broken, people upset. They didn't do it, they didn't do it. Come to your senses, everything is just foolish. Things clearly showed that it was just a joke. Cops were only there just to prod and poke. Not a fair trial, not a fair game. Whole thing's whack, just a lying shame. Innocent girl, just gone missing. Puzzle is broken, people upset, just a bad bet.
Well, that's an awesome song. Anything that comes from the heart like that is great.
Thanks.
Well, thank you again for coming on, and maybe I'll have you on some other time to talk about your music.
Yeah, cool. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Brad.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Bye-bye.